All right, guys. Today I had a pretty good day of toy hunting. Was able to locally find a few Savage Crucible figures in stock with some local dealer. I'm pretty excited about it. These are my first figures with the line. I have some Mythic Legions, a little bit of Cosmic Legions, but nothing yet in the Savage Crucible. They're line 2, the Wave 2 that's about to come out. I'm semi excited for. There's a couple figures in there to me that are must grabs. The Wave 3 that just finished pre order, I'm really excited for those to hit store shelves in another 6 months or so. These ones are kind of drying up. This is from their Wave 1. These are all like the reptilian kind of lizard men. I have Nin Vilimir. I have Como of the Isles. I was able to find one of the Slate Lemurians and one of the Shadow Slate Lemurians. So real quick to run through these. The slates, these are kind of like they're unpainted figures. The plastic's kind of one color, and the heads are painted, or the faces are painted. They come with some basic weapon, a little bit of a loincloth there, another set of hands, but there's no paint, no wash, no anything like that going on. And this one's kind of like a deep green color, kind of looks to me, real dark, deep green. The shadow one is the same. There's no paint detail except the face. Comes with one weapon. Looks like there's another sword in a bag back there. Set of hands, one popped out, it's just floating around the box. And this one's more of like a brownish, maybe with real dark purple hue in there. These are pretty cool for customizing or for adding some of their armory weapon kits. The Huntsman pack, some of their accessory kits that come separately. I don't have any of those, but depending how I like the figures, I might look for them. Como of the Isles. This one I really liked. This one is fully kitted out. Nicer window box. Has a little bit of a backstory on him here. In the window, we can see the figure. It's a nice blue painting. He's supposed to be like a hybrid, like I think half human or so, half lizard. So nice painted weapons. An accessory here. A little bit more paint detail going on in the body and in the accessories. And then Nin Vilimir. Same kind of picture window box. We have him there. Definitely more of a lizard, reptilian, kind of a dinosaur head. A couple of cool weapons. A little like flask there. You can see his armored tail back there. I think that'll look pretty cool. And some really nice paint details on the body. His backstory here. These packages, they have a little bit of a description on the world there. Harvinger Studios is the side of the box. Savage Crucible. All right, let's take a look at these closer up. I'm going to pop them all out, and we'll be right back. All right, here's kind of an overview of everything that comes in the boxes here. Before we take a look at the figures, though, I wanted to point something out that I've been coming to appreciate about some of these figures, some of these different lines, is some of the artwork and the thought that goes into some of the lore. So this is one of the inserts that would be like the background inside the boxes. Pretty neat map of Lemuria. I just think it's cool. I've always liked these kind of fantasy style maps. Anyway, for whatever that's worth, I think it's neat that it's in there. I think I had heard this, but I had forgotten about it. But each one of these comes with a some kind of card. I'm not really sure what these are, so let's pop one open and see what we got. Hopefully these don't like shoot up in value or something, and like 10 years from now my kids could have gone to college on what these cards were sealed or something dumb. Oh gosh. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Nin Vilimir on the back. That looks like a stat sheet or something. I wonder if this is for playing like D&D or some kind of other like role-playing game as this character. That's really cool. I really like that artwork though. Awesome. I don't know which one came in which box. I wonder if it's like each one comes with their own card. I don't know. I guess I should have kept track of that as I was pulling these out. See what we can figure out here. Guess not. Looks like some kind of flask. Something. What do we got? Ancestral tea. Huh. I wonder if there's like a game that they have that's set up. I really don't know. I wish I could tell you. I'll need to look into that. That's cool. Nice. I think this was the Sentry, the Royal Imperial Sentry. Very cool. All right. And one left. Let's see what we got. Oh, Como of the Isles. That's a cool piece of art. I like that a lot. Some of the pictures I've seen, it looks like the articulation is really good in these. Wondering if I can get some poses like this out of these figures. We'll find out. Quick look at those cards real quick. Really nice artwork. All right, I want to go through the figures and just look at them real quick and the accessories that come with. Then we'll throw them on a little display base and spin them around, get some poses out of them, and see what we can make happen. Here's the Shadow Slate Lemurian. Comes, you can see he's kind of a real deep color, like a deep brown with almost like a little bit of a dark purple in there. I think this looks really good. And the scope work on these is pretty nice. I think it'll be nice to customize this, paint it, pull some of those details out. Figure himself, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any customizing. Maybe a wash. Maybe try my hand at a paint job here. Got his little feet. They have articulated toes. But articulated jaws. Painted in there. See, the teeth and the mouth is painted. The eyes are painted as well. Looks like we have some accessory ports for armor pieces that come in some of those expansion kits. Wow. That's a good bit of bend there at the waist. As I say, to heat these up before you start articulating them. I'm not experiencing that I really need to here. Got butterfly joints on the shoulders, so you can get him to put his hands all the way together. I'm gonna like that for some, like, you know, two-handed sword type action or grips. Let's see, of course we can get a full T-pose going here. Looks like we have a swivel. We have double jointed elbows. Give us a little bit better than 90. Got some articulation in the wrists. I'm really impressed with this ab joint here, this cut. That's a lot of movement. This is what's, I mean, you get a little gappage here, but seems to be quite a bit of movement. Now with the legs, get almost a full split there. Got a, looks like a cut at the thigh swivel. Have double jointed knees. See what kind of bend we can get here. That's pretty good. Let's see about this ankle. Rocker. Man, so far I'm pretty impressed with this articulation. What do we got in the tail? Looks like, oh, we do have articulation in the tail. Get up and down, a little bit of movement. Imagine the articulation between these is all probably identical. I think they're all the exact same body mold, just different heads and configurations with accessories. So that guy comes with the two gripping hands, two color matched open hands, gesturing hands, and then comes with two of these swords here. Pretty nice detailing. Just one color, no paint apps. Next is just the standard Slate Lemurian. in that green color, kind of a forest green, deep green. The purple loincloth. Looks like a little bit different paint scheme to the mouth. Eyes look about the same. Very cool. I'm really liking this sculpting. I don't know how much of this you can pick up, but very well detailed. The texture of the skin. He also comes with the same kind of open gesturing hands and this kind of like improvised weapon here. Looks like some kind of animal jawbone attached to a handle strapped on there. Very cool. You might even say a little savage. Como of the Isles here. This guy's cool. These ones, these higher end figures, they put a little bit more paint apps into them. You can kind of see this gradient here going on the chest. It's not an articulated jaw here, but he's a little bit more humid hybrid. I think he's supposed to be half human, half reptilian, half snake man, whatever he's supposed to be. We got some nice paint going down the forearms, the hands, top of the head. Really some nice paint work in on the eyes and the face. Back of him, see all that blue coming in through there as well. Nice paint apps on the armor, kind of the bone or teeth coming out of there. Same with the loincloth. The legs, he's got the blue underneath the armor. Blue continuing down to the feet. That same kind of matched, I don't know what it's supposed to be, leather, skin, something like that, with the bone and teeth coming out of it. Very cool. He's going to come with this little kind of like flask accessory. There's a port on the belt to plug this in. He's going to come with a pair of these same open gesturing hands, but with the blue paint apps to match his skin. Has 2 weapons. Gonna have kind of this like axe club thing with like bone spikes out of it, and this sword that has some kind of like writing down the center in the fuller there. Some nice paint applications on the blade itself, on the handle. Very cool weapons. And last would be Nin Vilimir. This guy's super cool. Very metallic looking armor with those kind of like bronze highlights. The waist piece too. Thigh armor. An articulated and armored tail. Kind of this chest piece. All those spikes. Shoulder armor. He does have some painting as well. Some black there on the palms. On the back of the hands. On the thighs, we can see that as well. Probably some under the chest. And he's got this different head sculpt here with some black details up top. Articulated, painted. Very nice. He also has one of these waist pouch kind of little like flasks. Maybe that's some of that ancestral tea we just saw on the card. He's got 2 open gesturing hands. Here we go. With some the nails painted and some black paint on the back of the hands. And he's got 2 swords. A short sword here. And this longer, really neat curved sword with a snake head on the pommel. Alright. Let's put them in some poses and see what they look like. Here we have Nin Vilimir on the 360 stand. A nice dynamic display. With those butterfly shoulder joints, you're able to get both hands together on a 2-handed weapon like this. As he turns around, you can kind of see those butterfly joints extended in the back. Nice waist joint gives us that good tilt over. His articulated tail, you're able to get some cool poses out of it. The only thing I will say is these feet slash toe joints are a little loose. His feet aren't really flat either, so it's a little hard to get them to stand. But looking into it, it seems like I'm not the only one. That seems to be a problem with kind of the whole Wave 1. And Savage Crucible, or Harvinger Studios rather, is said that they do have some replacement feet coming in that'll go through dealers and distribution to get out to people who have these figures. So that is good that they're going to fix that. He's not impossible to stand, just a a little wobbly. I was able to get that pouch out onto his armor there. You can see that ancestral tea maybe, or whatever other kind of flask he has. I think all the colors really look good with him. The purple on that snake handle, the yellow of that flask, the colors of his skin, the metallics on his armor. Everything looks good about him to me. I really, really like this guy. Another look at Nin here, posed with his other weapon and one of the open gesturing hands. To me, he looks good. He looks good in a dynamic pose. He looks good in a static pose to me. I'm excited to have him. Here we got a good look at Como here. Put on one of his gesturing hands. You can see it's even painted on the inside of the palm. I don't think I saw that or noticed that earlier, but kind of a little bit lighter color like his front of his torso and his jaw. All right, a different pose here with Como with that large two-handed sword he has. I think the paint job just stands out so nicely on that. Those runes down the center, I think it looks really sharp. Really nice figure. I think he looks nice in whatever kind of pose you want to have him in. Here we have the two slates, both with the weapons included. Changed out the hand on the green one there to the gesturing hand. I think both look really nice. I'm excited to maybe get some of the armor packs. The more I look at them, I think it'd be really nice to get a little bit of armor on them. But even just doing some weathering, some wash, some painting on the weapons and the loincloths they come with, I think would look really cool. Kind of like a, more savage, less civilized character in their world. Really nice. I can see some really cool dynamic poses coming out of these guys. All right, some final thoughts on these figures after cracking them open and doing a lot of posing here to get this video finished. I really like these. I think they look amazing in dynamic poses. Probably how I'm going to have them set up, honestly, in my display. I think they look phenomenal. Really feel a lot of motion coming from them between the sculpts, the articulation you get. I really like them. I'm looking forward to the foot and ankle issue getting resolved. I'm hoping that in the Wave 2 and Wave 3 from Savage Crucible, that won't be an issue any longer, but this makes me look forward to those two waves even more than I was before, just looking at photos. And this wave is still out and around with dealers online, with maybe your local shops. I would consider taking a look at these if this is anywhere close to something you think you might like. I think you'll be impressed with these figures. All right, thanks. Have a good one.